Hey, family. So I just wanted to come on here really quick and record a video. And I wanted to talk about awareness. So I'm Derek Smith, and I'm your guide this evening into the inner planes of awareness. And so this week I'll be doing a video series covering awareness and just talking more in depth about awareness is, some practical tools, layers of awareness, and how you use it to enhance your experience of life. So first to start with is just like, what is awareness, right? It's so mundane and so simple and so easy to miss. Like, of course we're aware. It's like, of course I'm sitting in a room with books around me and I've got a poster over here and got a microphone over here. But like when you really look at it, like, what is awareness? Like, do we really know what awareness is? And truthfully, no, we don't. But you can be aware that you're having an experience right now. You can be aware that you're breathing. You can be aware that you're alive. And so awareness kind of boils down into just a mindful practice, a present moment awareness of mindfulness or mindlessness, depending on the time of day where you're at in the situation. But really getting into the depths of it and being able to harness the power of awareness and harness your soul essence and looking at what the potential is here with this. So within the pocket of awareness, there's so much that can be extrapolated and so much that can be unfolded in a single moment. There's layers and layers to what's going on within your body, within your cells, within your mitochondria, all the way down to the atomic or even subatomic level. And we've looked down in microscopes and we've seen far down into the inner spaces of everything where there's really just nothing. And then we can say there's quarks and bosons and leptons, but do we really know what those subatomic quantum particles are? We've created labels and names for things like atoms and molecules, but do you really know what a molecule or an atom is? Have you thought about that? Like we just, oh, it's an atom, it's a molecule. That's carbon dioxide and oxygen. But do we really know what those things are? And so we slap labels on things and we have this like base level layer of awareness of what things are. But ultimately, it comes down to it. We don't really know. We think we know, but we don't. And the magic lies in the not knowing, in the unknowing of things, and truly experiencing things. And so the ego, the perceiver, it's in lag time. Like perception happens like splits like millionths of a second prior to the narration that comes automatically. And so to get ahead of the ego, to get ahead of this label or this is the ego is a survival mechanism, right? It's just like it's poisonous, threat, foe. It's like ancient, it's like organisms had to differentiate between what was a threat and like even down to the amoeba, like what was going to kill it and what wasn't going to kill it. And so that's hardwired into us, into our physiology, our biology, just the way we are, that we have the survival mechanism that's always scavenging and looking and surveying for threats. And it's doing its job very well. And so when you can see with awareness that this is always going on and there's like this layer of narration that's happening prior to um, you even perceiving it. So like the event in reality happens and instantaneously there's a label put on top of that. And then from that label, we create meanings and stories about what we just experienced. And that's all happening in this landscape of awareness or consciousness, whatever you want to call it. But just being aware that you're having an experience and sitting back and trying to get sensitive and tune into all the events that are going on around you. Awareness is it can be a transformational tool, but I'll say that you've been doing transformation your whole life. You've been shifting and changing and losing skin cells and transforming into something else. But I'm really interested in like transmutation. How do we take something of a lesser quality and elevate it to a higher quality? So if we see something in awareness and we label it as one thing, is it really that? Can we see it differently? Can we see this moment of of beauty? Can we create a new meaning out of what this means, out of any situation, out of what we deem positive or negative? Because there really is no good or bad, right or wrong. We can, like, morals have all been fed to us. There's, ways that are living that are useful and constructive and helpful, and then there's ways that are not so constructive and helpful. But what's right in one situation is wrong in another, and what's wrong in one situation is right in another. So, in this pocket of awareness that we're all sitting in this human consciousness, this human experience, um, like, what does it all mean, really? And to stay in the questioning, stay in the openness, stay in the exploration is really the key. Like, to be aware that you're aware is really all you need to do. It'll take you the whole way if you want to grow spiritually or practice higher consciousness. Just like, why do I do the things I do? Why do I think the thoughts I think? It's not about them good or bad or right or wrong, but like, where are they coming from? Where's the origination of this thinker? And what would I be without it? What would exist beyond thought? What comes prior to thought, even? What's before the thinking or the thought I am? This is pure emptiness, this pure awareness, this no thingness, the essence of it all. And so when we look with that level of separation or that level of perspective, it it opens up opens up an avenue for something new to show up, for a new experience in this moment, because we're not just slaves to the past conditioning. Um, we're at potential. We're at a possibility of a new decision or new experience, a fresh new moment. And so there's perspective and there's perception. So perspective is where you're looking from. And that's what I'm speaking to when I'm talking about awareness. Like, so perspective is like where I'm looking from inside. I can be really close to the movie screen and have my face right in it, or I can sit back deeper inside this human experience, in this experience, and sit at just this pure seat of the witnessing consciousness, or just pure awareness, and just witnessing what's going on around me, what's going on in this experience within the body and within the world without. And then I can stay open and be curious about it. So perspective is where you're sitting at and where you're looking from, essentially. And perception is, how are you seeing it? What filters are layered in between you and the thing you're perceiving or thinking or hearing or saying or doing? Like, when you look at this, there's layers of conditioning of things we've been told, like, oh, that's a tree, or that's or whatever genus and species of the trees. Like, we really don't know what it is, though. Like, to experience the tree is to not know what the tree is. It's just to be the tree. And so, can you sit in pure awareness and blend with the tree and shift your perspective and your perception, the way you see it? Because only a tree knows what treeness is, but you can merge with it and be one with it and experience the essence of it. And that's like true, rich, deep awareness, because we blaze over, we look at things and we label them. We know this person's going to act this way when I say this to them. And the thoughts I'm thinking are probably programmed from when I was a little kid or in school, all the social norms I picked up on. And so by getting curious and sitting back inside and shifting your perspective and your perception, you can come to a whole new reality in this moment. You can come to a whole new world. No matter how many times you've seen the same thing or sat in the same seat, it's always new and fresh. So awareness is a super powerful tool. And I would say on the spiritual path, it's like probably the place where you start and it's the place where you finish, because there's nothing more. Like, the ego, the mind, wants to go out and search for things and have these experiences that are better than or less than or more exciting, less exciting, more beautiful. It's just judging and discarding things. And but reality is that you're always there. Like, you're always there. The awareness that is, and just, and not you, the person, but you, the essence of that, the awareness of what you truly are. Because I believe it said in Buddhism, like, everything changes, right? Everything's anicca, it's impermanent, it's shifting. But there's the essence of what you are that's not changing. The thing that's looking, the eternal, is unchanging. It's timeless, it's formless, it's boundless, it's nameless, but it's always there. That's the you I'm speaking to, not the you, the human. What's beyond, what's after the human? Like if you can imagine, if you can see, like I can see my body dropping, and then the essence of the awareness is still there. So sitting deeper inside and seating our conscious deeper inside allows consciousness awareness to become aware of itself. And I know this is like getting kind of in the weeds a little bit. It's hard to put words to, but once that perception happens, it's like you realize it's a homecoming. You realize that you never needed to go anywhere to be home. You were always at home. And all the travels and all the searching and seeking um, were just a game that you were playing with yourself. You've always had it. You're it. You're the awareness that you've been seeking. You're that pure conscious essence of what you truly are. Um, it has been the thing you were looking for this whole time. And so as awareness is the essence of it all. It's the power, it's the most one of the most powerful practices. And it's so fundamental. So in these videos, I just wanted to cover the fundamentals of it over the next 6 videos, 6 days. I'll be going over different aspects of awareness, some of which I mentioned in this video, but just how you can use awareness as a tool, and the layers of awareness, how you can peel back the layers of what you're perceiving and what you're doing and why you're doing what you're doing, and just be curious and be gentle with yourself. Be curious, be gentle, and be playful. Like, what's going on? Like, why does this human operate like this? Thinking of yourself, and just see what shows up. So I just invite you to practice some mindfulness this week. Practice some presencing. Just realize that you're always present. You're just not aware that you're present. Like, how could you be anywhere else than where you are? But the mind will take you all kinds of places. So it's like getting back, being in the body, practicing embodiment. Like I can feel the seat underneath me. I can feel my legs pushing against the seat. I can feel the earbuds in my ears. I can feel the glasses on my nose. And I'm aware that I'm talking to you, all at the same time. So I'm fully embodied in this moment, present to what's there, and words are just coming through me. So it's just as simple as that. Just being where you're at, and realize that there's peace there. There's a stillness there. There's a silence there within. The pause between words and the space between everything makes for this experience. So I hope this is useful and helpful. If not, that's totally cool. I intend to be helpful and useful and share my perspectives. If they work, if they serve you, awesome. Um, but if they don't, that's cool too. So no hard feelings either way. And I just know I love you, and that your essence, that's what you truly are, is just pure love, unconditional love. And the more you let go and surrender into that, um, the deeper you can experience that essence of all. So be well. Love you.